Hello again, YouTube. It's Friday, November 19th, 1:50 p.m. And apologies for the vertical video, but I'm carrying a bag of stuff. Still got that laptop I found. And I don't think I mentioned what the hell I was doing walking, but I was actually going down to CVS to pick up my prescriptions for the uveitis. Oh, yeah, I've never had a swollen uvula like this, and it's a lot better today than it was yesterday. But holy crap, every now and then I'd be talking or cough a little bit, and I find myself choking on my own goddamn uvula, and that's pretty crazy. All right, I'm gonna jaywalk it. Technically that is not jaywalking. By Arizona law, that is actually a crosswalk. A lot of people don't realize it. And the guy who posted it, and there's a big Reddit, I think I mentioned it, there's a big local Reddit debate in our Phoenix, which of course I couldn't participate in because I'm muted over there, but I still enjoyed reading it. And somebody, people talking about, oh, there's not enough crosswalks and blah, 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 blah. And somebody actually posted that, any place you've got an intersection of two streets, unless there's a sign specifically saying that it's not a crosswalk, there is technically a crosswalk between every corner and every other corner going directly across the street, whether it's marked or not. And then they even pasted a link to the Arizona revised statutes that details that. And I've read that statute before. I'm very familiar with that statute. But the reality is that 99% of Arizona drivers are not. And as you saw, there was nobody making any effort to slow down as I was in an unmarked crosswalk. And I'm sure the guy that I ran in front of was cussing me out as a jaywalker, even though technically at that location I was not a jaywalker. So anyway, oh, and of course the guy who posted that on our Arizona was getting downvoted to hell over it, but nobody was even bothering to respond to him. Yeah, I like to call that the Reddit downvote of truth. Yeah, some people are just not fond of facts. That's part of living in the modern world these days. This house in front of me, oh man. First thing about ADD is, hey, look, there goes a butterfly. This house in front of me here is recently flipped and was remodeled. And I love what they did with that. A little courtyard is pretty neat. It's kind of a shame it's all gravel. Oh no, there's a little lawn in there. That's nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. They did a nice job with that little fence, but it kind of bums me out about that. And I'm not going to lie, it looks a lot nicer than it did, but whoever lived there before had somehow, and I'm just constantly wondering whatever happened to it, but the guy who lived there before had somehow acquired a bunch of the very unique brickwork from the Arizona Biltmore. And I don't even really know how to describe it, but if you ever go actually in, and I'm not just talking the Biltmore area, but if you ever go into the actual Arizona Biltmore Resort, which is a very, very high-end resort, it's not some place I would ever probably stay at because it's way out of my budget. But as a cab driver, I've been in and out of there countless times, picking people up and dropping people off. And it's a very distinctive, it's custom-made brickwork, and it's a very distinctive look that is carried through the entire resort. And I don't know if maybe that's somebody that previously worked there in construction. I mean, this is very much a working class neighborhood that I'm in. I'll pick up this can, clean up my neighborhood a little bit, add it to my recycling. Anyway, Yeah, I'm assuming that whoever had that probably acquired them by doing some contract work there, building work, and it did a pretty good job of recreating the look of a grounds wall at the Biltmore Resort in front of that house. And I don't know, to me it was kind of a neat neighborhood landmark and something really unique. So as nice as the property looks now, since it's been renovated and flipped, I do feel like something was lost there, and I sure hope that stuff wasn't just disposed of, because that's not building materials you just go down to Home Depot and buy. Yeah, that stuff's all obviously custom made at great expense for the Biltmore, and obviously that guy had pulled some interesting strings to reclaim some of it and customize his house with it. And here is another shopping cart full of homeless dude's garbage. Kind of curious if that was the cart that I saw in my last video being pushed up. Another can. Being pushed up 44th Street. It's possible. Yeah, it's really frustrating how the homeless people just love to leave those carts just everywhere full of garbage. I'm not as much about cracking down on people that are just laying and existing because they don't have a place to go, as I am that. I mean, that's an obvious crime. That you see somebody pushing a cart and it's not in a parking lot, it's stolen. That's grand larceny. Do something about it. Anyway, I digress. This is, by the way, I mentioned in the last video that I found a heroin needle, and it's right about here where I found it. And I put it in that trash can over there. But yeah, the needle was exposed. I'm walking in my Okabashi sandals right now. I mean, if I wasn't paying attention, I could have easily stabbed myself in the side of the foot stepping on it, and that would suck. And I mean, that's a potential way to get AIDS. That's a little frightening. Anyway, yeah, it was Tuesday morning that the park rangers were picking up all the shopping carts here, and as you see, there's already one that's returned, and I'm sure there's some at the already piling up at the northwest entrance to the park. Yeah, it looks like I might as well walk this way just to get a little footage of it. Although I only got about a minute and a half left before the 10 minutes cuts me off on this. Yeah, the 10-minute limit of the Obama phone is not very conducive to the way I vlog. No kids playing on the playground, but I mean, imagine school's in session. Sometimes there's like younger than school age children in this playground, but not lately. Yeah, it seems like we got homeless people mowing about in the shaded areas of the picnic tables, little ramadas, which, I mean, as long as they're not causing any problem, I'm okay with it. I'm just more bothered by I'm more bothered by the trash and the shopping carts. Well, yeah, this is what I mentioned earlier. There's a lot of people out here. It's not as many people as there were when I came through about an hour ago. But there's people playing baseball, which of course means I got to walk around them as opposed to just, well, maybe I can cut between the two fields. Whoops. Oh, I'm out of space, so I got to cut this off where it cuts me off. But hey, thanks for watching.